Let's look at making a spandrel panel now. So that would be at the base of the unit here. It would hide the floor sandwich, like between the ceiling and the floor. So we're going to do that in obviously in the panel element. So I'm going to go to the left view of this. I'm going to add a new reference line. I'm going to go to create a reference plane, should I say, and let's come over, I don't know, let's say 10 inches, and I'll create that reference plane. And we're going to make an extrusion here of a spandrel. So I'm going to create it as an extrusion. And I'll just go from, whoops, I'm going to use the rectangle tool. And 1'8" sounds like a good distance. And I just want to touch the front of this. And obviously, if I zoom in here, maybe I can catch 1'8". Just me being lazy about not having to resize it. So let's just go ahead and manually do that. So I'm going to click this, and I'm going to change this to 1'8". And then I want to make sure that we're locking to our reference plane. So I just move that off and move it back on, and I get my indicator. I want to do this to the bottom one again. And I don't know if we can lock off to the face of that. Yes, it looks like we can. So that looks good. We don't want it to have the material glass. We want it to have the material color. Color 1. And we'll click that, and it's going to extrude it. And we need to look at that from the exterior. And we'll notice that it's only a tiny little thing because it was left at the glass setting. No problem. We're going to pull this over until it touches this plane. Lock it off. Pull this one back until it touches that plane and lock it. And now we can actually exercise it to make sure it's going to behave properly. And it looks like it is. So now we can go ahead and load that into the project and overwrite our existing version and go to a 3D view. And now we have a spandrel panel. And we can actually more realistically render this. Let me change some of these display options. So we'll get rid of the edges. We'll smooth it. Let's add some shadow in now. Let's add some sky. We'll apply that. I thought I applied that. It just doesn't seem like it made any difference. Graphic display options. I don't know why that didn't take. Maybe I hit cancel. I'll be more careful. There we go. And we'll click OK. And so now we have this the start of a more sophisticated panel system. So we're going to obviously attach this or make this a little more complex. We're going to make some vertical columns here. And we're going to do that by modifying this unit element that we have here right now. And we'll do that in the next clip.